Choosing your career path, yeah, it can feel like one of the biggest, most stressful decisions you'll ever make. Where do you even start? Well, today we're going to break down a fantastic guide from the Flying Wings online school. It offers a really clear, practical strategy to figure all this out. So let's dive in. Remember this question? When we were kids, the answers were so fun and easy, right? An astronaut, a superhero, maybe a firefighter. But now, that same question feels totally different. It's overwhelming, it's loaded with pressure, and just a whole lot of uncertainty. So how do we find a real answer? The first thing this guide really hammers home is that you need a plan before you do anything else. Yeah, before you pick a university, before you start hunting for scholarships, and definitely before you write a single word of an essay. If you don't have a destination in mind, it is so easy to get lost.
And you know, getting lost has some pretty real consequences. A lack of direction, that can lead you to choose the wrong major, which just completely kills your motivation. It leads to application essays that are honestly kind of vague and totally unconvincing. And it makes it almost impossible to answer that classic interview question. So, why do you want to study this? Having a goal isn't just helpful, it's the foundation for literally everything that comes next.
So, how do we find that goal? Well, the guide suggests a simple but really powerful tool. Think of it like a compass. It's based on two fundamental keys to finding a career that won't just pay the bills, but will actually make you feel fulfilled.
So it all boils down to two core things. First, your natural talent. You know, the stuff you're just good at, things that seem to come a little easier to you than to other people. And second, your passion. These are the subjects and activities that genuinely excite you, the things you do where you completely lose track of time. And here's the magic formula, right? Real, sustainable success is found right where your talent and your passion intersect. I mean, think about it. A career built only on talent can feel super empty, and one built just on passion might not be very practical. To really thrive, especially in a world where things are always changing, you absolutely need both. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually find that sweet spot? This is where we get practical. The guide lays out a 5-step journey that anyone, and I mean anyone, can follow to go from total confusion to real, actual clarity. So here's our roadmap. We're going to start with some self-reflection. Then we'll identify our core strengths, explore some potential fields, connect them to real careers, and finally, we'll anchor the whole thing in a sense of purpose. Let's kick things off with step 1. Know yourself. And here's a simple but really powerful question to ask yourself. Forget about which subjects are prestigious or what your friends are taking. Which classes actually make you feel energized? That feeling of energy, that's a huge clue pointing you straight toward your passion. And still on step 1, we also need to think about how we like to work. Are you the kind of person who thrives on helping people one-on-one? Or do you just love digging into data and analyzing problems? Maybe you're a creator at heart or a natural-born leader. Your preferred style of working is just as important as the subject itself. Okay, for step 2, let's zero in on identifying your strengths. Just think about it for a second. What do your teachers always praise you for? What do your friends constantly ask for your help with? Look at these categories. Are you analytical, a great communicator? Recognizing these skills helps you pinpoint your natural talents. Now, in step 3, this is where we connect the dots. This is where all that self-discovery turns into a real plan. So, for example, if you really enjoy biology and you love helping people, you could explore something like medicine or nursing. If you love writing and you care about social issues, maybe journalism or law is your path. It's all about mapping your interests and strengths to potential careers. Step 4 is all about getting practical. The reality check, if you will. Once you have a goal, you need to know the path to get there. What degree do you actually need? How is that education going to prepare you? Understanding this connection is what will make your university applications sharp, focused, and way more convincing. And finally, step 5 asks us to think a little bigger. A great career isn't just a job, it's a contribution. So what problems in the world do you genuinely care about helping to solve? Aligning your career with your values, that's the key to finding not just success, but true meaning in your work. All right, so now that we have a path, let's talk about the detours. You gotta watch out for these 3 common traps that can so easily pull you off course. First up, following the crowd. It is so tempting to pick a major just because it's popular or because it's what all your friends are doing. But listen, their compass isn't your compass. You have to follow your own path. The second trap. Chasing a big salary without any real interest in the work. Look, high-paying jobs can be great, But if you have zero passion for what you're doing, that motivation is going to run out. Trust me. Passion is the fuel that keeps you going, especially through the tough times.
And the third trap, well, it brings us right back to the beginning, doesn't it? Writing an application essay without a clear goal is like trying to tell a story that has no plot. It just won't be compelling. Your goal is your story's plot.
So, after you navigate all the steps and you manage to avoid all the traps, you arrive at your final destination, a clearly defined purpose.
I absolutely love this message from the guide. This whole process, it's not about finding some single perfect answer. It's about being authentic. It's about being honest with yourself about who you are, what you're good at, and what you really care about. And when you achieve that alignment, man, everything just clicks. You gain clarity on your direction, the motivation to actually pursue it, confidence in your choices, and the ability to tell your own story in a way that is powerful and uniquely you. So let's end with this. Based on everything we've just covered, what is just one career path that sparked your interest? Don't overthink it. Just pick one to start exploring. Your journey from confusion to clarity, it begins with that single simple step.